7,600 fake nursing diplomas was handed out to different individuals after paying from 15 to 20,000 US dollars to these institutions. Meaning, these students did not study, did not go to class, or did not do any bedside experience or even hospital experience. This happened from 2016 to 2021. So possibly some of the nurses that you worked before or have taken care of you might have not have the proper education or background education. So this scheme, which they call the Nightingale scheme, happened in Florida. The three schools that are involved were the Sena College, Palm Beach School of Nursing, and Sacred Heart International Institute. So these are the three that are responsible for those 7,600 fake nursing diplomas. And you know what? 30% of them pass the NCLEX. NCLEX for RN, NCLEX for LPN, NCLEX for VN. So they are able to get the licenses. They're able to do this because on their diploma, it states there that they've completed their classes or courses and clinicals. So because of this, they were able to register for the NCLEX examination. Fortunately for us, there's only 30%. 30% of the 7,600 diplomas that were given only passed the NCLEX. So that's approximately around 2,200 new nurses now after passing the NCLEX. And I think one reason why the CALS get involved here, because the passing rate for the NCLEX for most schools here in the United States is around 80%. That's like the average for them. But for these three schools in particular, they were only averaging super low, around 20%. So I think that's one of the things that's tick the feds in order to do the investigations on them. So because of this, 25 people are now being arrested and could face possible 20 years in prison because of what they've done. So what about the 7,600 individuals who tried to buy these nursing diplomas? Do you think they should be persecuted? One point to take note here, they know what they were doing, or they knew what they were doing. Because it is impossible for you to get a diploma without attending any classes, without doing any proper training. And just paying 15 to 20,000 US dollars and getting the diploma, that's always like super shortcut. And that means it's most likely illegal. Then point number 2, these individuals are impersonating the healthcare workers. Yes, and they are putting your patient or the patient's life at risk because of this. So just imagine, this particular stranger like in your side has gotten a diploma by purchasing one, and now he or she is taking care of your loved ones. So in healthcare, anything could go wrong with just one simple mistake. Yes, super anything. If you didn't know, it is your fault. Is it the nurse's fault? It is the healthcare worker's fault. This is one of the reasons why nursing profession or healthcare profession is one of the most toxic work, because everything should be perfect as much as possible because we are dealing with lives here. And in fact, because of these 7,600 nurses or those who just passed the NCLEX, they are putting not only the patient's life at risk, they are also putting their colleagues' license at risk. Just imagine the doctor who is taking care of the patient, the other nurses who's getting report from those nurses, or the other allied healthcare workers, the PT, and everyone. Because if he or she doesn't know what she's doing and she's like continuing the care, then definitely this could lead to some possibilities of some errors causing the life of this patient and doing particular investigations and all those things. Of course, your colleagues will be included in this kind of investigations or this possible kind of scenarios. Some people say anyone can do the nurse's work. They can just like hand everything medications and all those things. But FYI, for us nurses, once we give a medication or do something, there's a million things running in our mind. Like a lot of things, like safety issues or blood pressure, how it's gonna affect you or what will happen next, on all those things. There's countless things that comes in our mind. So if you just bought your diploma, most likely you won't have this kind of thinking. So your patient will be at risk because of these things. So for example, if one of these nurses made a mistake and just gave a medicine and without informing anyone or bypass some of the programs on the system, this could lead to some of the patients having some issues. And without anyone knowing, even the patient would not know this. That's the reality. No matter what you do or how good you are, sometimes some part of the nursing process, sometimes you really can do like get away for certain stuff. Have you not watched The Good Nurse? So that's one big super like example for you guys. Speaking of, for their investigation, they said or they claimed that there's no harm or incident happened with these 2,200 nurses who work on the bedside. For me, that sounds like really impossible. One thing, because even new grads will like start working and you often see them doing mistakes. Yes, we can catch the mistakes. That's why they're doing like preceptorships and those kind of things. And they already studied and trained for these kind of things. So versus, imagine those 2,200 nurses who did not do any bedside experience or did not really study for how many years in order for them to get these proper diplomas. Do you think they will never or make a mistake during their time? Right? It sounds really super sketchy. And one more thing to point out. Some of these nurses went to travel nursing. Yes, they went to travel nursing. This makes it more scary because being a travel nurse, you only have like most likely one shift for orientation. So everything will be laid out for you in one day. And if you're a new nurse, most likely this will be super overwhelming. And of course, this will be very unsafe. So most likely in this incident, I think the management is just like pushing the dirt under the rug again. Like just what happened to the good nurse, remember? So he's been doing a lot of mistakes, but the hospital keep on just like laying him off and just keeping things confidential because they were scared of getting liabilities and some issues with their payment for their hospital. So something like that. So it's the same thing here. Like super duper the same thing here. So I really can say it is impossible. So it's like America have not learned anything from the good nurse. Oh my god. This can happen again, and another murder type of incident can happen again in the hospital because of this. So please, if you could, feds, please do some more investigations and try to bypass some of those like HIPAA or those kind of things in order to process these things properly. So for conclusion here, I really hope the management will rot in jail for what they have done because they place the community's lives at risk for the sake of money, for the sake of greed again. And for those 7,600 people who got their nursing diplomas, I hope you guys will be punished as well. You know you deserve what is coming for you, right? Or what you already experienced right now. You guys deserve that because you knowingly knew what you were doing. You guys were aiming for the COVID pay or bigger money again, which is the root cause of all this problem, which is greed. Karma bites back harder. And please comment down below for whatever things that coming up in your mind. Do you think this is good? This is bad? Should they be persecuted? Or do you think this is just okay in order to fill the nursing gap? So whatever your thought is, please comment down below. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please click the like button, subscribe, and share it to your friends. Again, I'm Nurse Juan de la Cruz, your OFW nurse. Thank you for watching. God bless. Bye-bye. Stay safe.